Joining us today is one of the standout playmakers out of Henderson, Nevada, Jermaine Wilson Jr. He is a running back for Pinecrest Academy, Sloan Canyon, a dynamic prospect in the class of 2027, and honestly, one of my favorites that I've evaluated so far this year. Jermaine has continually turned heads on the gridiron, even winning top 5 returning running backs for the state of Nevada. How are you feeling about that top 5 that you got from SI?
It was definitely deserved. I've been putting in the work all off season. I've been lifting. Been focusing on the details, getting faster, getting stronger. It's definitely a lot of work you got to put into it. Like you got to have the heart for it.
Absolutely. And it shows on the tape. Because when I was watching your tape, one of the things I always look for in running backs is contact balance. Well, there's not much contact balance on your tape because you have that breakaway speed that once you get to the second level, you are gone. So the defenses really doesn't give you much to work with, like yards after contact, because once you get it, you are gone. So it shows on the tape, on the film, that you have been preparing for this moment all of season, your whole life, pretty much.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Hey, no problem, man. I seen it and I put out the little clip. I know you saw the clip that I put out. I was like, he runs 4.51. Look at him go. He's gone. There's not gonna be much contact balance on this tape. And exactly, that's exactly what we saw. Barely any contact balance, but I do love the way you protect the football. One of the one of the key plays for me reviewing your tape was when there was contact balance. You had the football on this arm and you transfer it to the outside hand to protect it, running towards the sideline. Because in case you fumble out of bounds instead of keeping
Yes,
the
sir.
football on the field. So that right there was one of the standout plays for me of when I was watching the tape. Because anybody can have 4.51 speed, anybody can hit the home run plays, but the fundamentals, protecting the football, not everyone does that, you know.
Yeah, yeah. My coach is
So,
really up on that.
oh,
Like
they,
he
they
really
are on
emphasized.
you.
Yeah, they really emphasize that. Like they install it in your head. My coach, Coach Chuck, he was an all-time leading rusher at UNLV.
Okay.
He always is on me every day about that.
Yeah, and it shows. That's what I'm saying, right? It's like because I said it on the Eva, I was like, you guys saw what he did, right? Because it's something so small that people may miss. So I have to point it out. I was like, you guys saw what he did, right? He had the football, and then he transferred it and protected it in case he got tackled and fumbled it. So that's why I had to, it's one of those plays that stands out to coaches and evaluators. So the next question that I have for you is for the people that haven't seen you play, how would you describe yourself as a football player?
I would say very explosive. Like as soon as I see the hole, I hit it. I wouldn't really like know too much how to like express myself because like every game's a different vibe. Like maybe one game you gotta be power back. Maybe one game you gotta be more speed. So it's like I kind of like adjust to the environment, kind of.
Okay, I like that answer because not two games are the same.
Yeah,
Yeah. But one thing that, it does stand out on your tape is once you see the hole, you're gone.
yes, sir.
So that's one, and it leads me to the next question
Downhill.
because you just came off out of 1,000-yard seasons with 11 touchdowns. What do you think allow you to have such a season last year?
Oh, definitely my O line. They blocked their asses off for me, so I really will have to give full credit to them. They've been putting in the work as well. I've been putting in the work with them. Building that chemistry throughout practice. So the O line has a big contribute to my success as well as our offensive coordinator. He puts me in the right spot to make the right plays. So I would say that has a big that that's pretty big on my success.
Yeah, because that mean they're opening massive holes for you to run through, and you have the vision. You see the holes, you hit them, and you take it home. So yeah, props to your O line, man, because they're doing a great job blocking for you up front. That way you can hit the holes and have the season that you had.
Yes, sir.
Now, how do you feel about the media calling you guys the next Bishop Gorman?
Oh, how I feel about that, it doesn't really get to me too much because, at the end of the day, we're gonna show up, take it one day at a time, get better each day at a time, focus on the little things, focus on the things that we can control to be the best. So we're not too worried about being the next Bishop Gorman. We're focused on being the best versions of us as a team and building that brotherhood.
That's man, you are. I know you said this is your first interview, but we can tell you're media ready. You're media
Yeah,
trained already. Because all the answers are the perfect answer. You give the credit to your O line instead of saying it was your vision that allows you to play the way you play or
that's
your
it.
ability to hit the gaps. No, you give the credit to other people instead of putting it on yourself, which obviously shows leadership and selflessness, which is a great traits to have because at the next level, when you go to college, NFL, those are qualities these coaches are looking for. So I love your answer so far, and I know a lot of coaches are gonna love the way you're talking about not just yourself, but bigging up your team and everyone around you, from your coaches to your line, even the defense, the whole team as a whole. All right. So I was gonna ask you about contact balance. I already asked you, but I guess the one thing that that I would ask you about that question still is, have you always had that contact balance, or was that something that you worked towards and developed over the years?
Honestly, I would say it's natural.
It's
Like,
natural.
know, it's kind of just a feeling, like as soon as I get hit, it's just automatically just put my
Bounce
hand to the
back.
ground, yeah, bounce back up. So it's definitely something that has been going on since like fifth grade. It's just I'm just getting better and better at it.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I love it because that's the one thing, like I say, I when I'm whenever I evaluate a running back, that's the first thing I look for. Obviously, the vision, the ability to hit the holes, but contact balance. Because if you get one arm tackle, right, after 2 yards, that is, not good for you. Your personal stats, not good for the team overall. But when you have good contact balance, like you have, right, you can turn that into burst of speed that you have, and then you can take that all the way to the house like you do. So
Yes,
it's
sir.
game changing plays. That contact balance allows for multiple things to fall into place. Where if you're just getting one arm tackle, is that becomes a problem. And when I'm evaluating players, that is one of the things, right? D1 players never get one arm tackle. They're not supposed to. And that's what I'm
Yeah.
seeing with you, right? You don't get one arm tackle. You have good contact balance, and then you have the burst of speed and the acceleration, top end speed to take it to the house. I'm telling you, man, the offers are gonna start coming. You keep your head down. The offers are gonna come. You are in my opinion, right, based on my evaluation, a D1 running back. I'm telling you
Thank
this.
you.
I'm not saying this just because you're here with me or anything like that. You saw my eval. I put it out publicly. You saw said G5 FCS, and that is what I believe too. You know, if anybody else believes something different, that's on them. But to me, you are a D1 caliber player.
Thank you so much.
Hey, no problem, man. See, I was gonna ask you about ball security, but I already asked you about that. Your running style, are you looking to run through people, or are you looking to just hit the hole and hit the home run play?
Mm, I would say like the goal is normally to just hit the hole and hit the home run play, but I'm not afraid to drop the hat if I need to.
Okay.
Like if someone's in my way, I gotta do what I gotta do. So
Okay. Yeah, because I figured that would be your answer because that's exactly what we see on your tape, right? You hit the hole and you're gone. Unless, like you said, you absolutely have to lower your shoulder and hit the boom. So, what is one part of your game you're determined to take to the next level this final year of high school, going into, to your final year of pretty much recruitment?
uh I would say probably catching out the backfield. I feel like to be an all around back, like to focus on everything. But if I were to zone down on like one thing, I would say mostly like pass blocking, you know. I feel like pass blocking is very important. Like you gotta be able to protect the quarterback. You know, quarterback is the main key to the offense and how the offense runs. So I would say definitely focus on protecting my quarterback.
Okay. All right. Yeah, we didn't see right there on the tape, there wasn't much pass blocking, so there's nothing, that I can say about it. But again, like I said, selfless, right? Leadership qualities. You're trying to develop in parts where it's not going to help just you, but it's going to help the team around you. And I love that.
Yes, sir.
Love that answer. Now, this I think is one of the most important questions that I have right here, and it is regarding recruiting, right? What are you looking for in a college program? And what do you want college coaches to know about you that they will necessarily see on your tape?
Uh, I would say I would want college coaches to know that I'm willing to put in the work. I'm willing to do anything. I'm willing to do what it takes to win. Like even if it comes to sacrificing, like I'm willing to sacrifice it all, put it all down the line for the team. Like basically show them that I got that dog, basically. So that's like what I would want college coaches to see out of me. As far as in a program, I'm not too like shaking on like a program that I would want. I kind of just want a team that wants me, like a team that is willing to take me in so I can join them. That's kind of where I'm at.
Okay. But do you have an ideal program that you would like? Like, do you have an interest list that you would like, or to you it doesn't matter? You just want a program that welcomes you in and makes you feel welcome.
Yeah, I kind of want a program that wants me and makes me feel welcome, because I can adapt to any offense. Like honestly, it really doesn't matter like what you put me in. Like
Okay.
I'm playing, like I kind of just want to play football, like that's all I'm here for. Play
Yeah.
football, ball.
And now when it comes to these colleges, do you want to stay in the West Coast, or do you not mind leaving what you're familiar with and going like East Coast, Midwest? Do you don't care? You don't care about that?
Nah, to be honest, I don't care. Like
Okay.
where at.
Okay. Yeah, that is because again, the West Coast is heavily recruited by every state, because there's a
Yes,
lot
sir.
of talent in the West Coast. So, it's just something that I wanted to get your thoughts on if you wanted to stay close to home, because I know a lot of players get homesick if they leave their area, their state, if they're not close to home. So I just wanted to see where your head was at when it came to leaving the West Coast. Obviously, I watched your tape. I gave you my evaluation. What is one thing from my evaluation that you think I missed that you might want to like let me know about or correct me on?
Mm, I would say you hit everything pretty spot on. Like as far as me as a back, like I think you covered everything. You covered the contact balance, the speed, the vision. Reading the hole, hitting the hole. I feel like you basically went through everything that explains me. So like you
Yeah,
did a
because
really good job.
trust me, I have blind spots too, right? Is I want to get better so that I can do better for you guys, right? So when I'm watching your tape, I want to see, oh, I missed this. How did I miss that? Right. So thank you for, being honest with me about it. It's something that, you guys want to get better. I want to get better. You guys want to get better on the football field. I want to get better outside of the gridiron, doing you guys' interview, evaluating your tape. So if I missed anything, that is something that I, want to get better with for you guys. Because if I'm not evaluating you guys correctly, then how can I present you to the world correctly?
Yeah, I really appreciate it.
Hey, man, I just want to, I just want to do what's best for you guys. Because, like I told you earlier, there's a lot of players that are very talented, but never make it because what they're lacking is exposure. I've been doing this for since 2018, but I never did this part. I never did the interviews. I never did the evaluations. I never broke down film. And I figure what better way to show the coaches what we're seeing than by actually putting this film breakdown in front of them, and then the players themselves talking to the coaches, right? Because you're having a conversation with me right now, but in reality, you're not. This conversation
Yeah.
is not for me. This conversation is for college coaches. I'm just, this is just the channel where it's happening. But once this goes out there, right, the coaches are going to determine, if they like it or not based on your answers. And so far, the answer you've given been A1, and I think a lot of coaches are going to hop on the Jermaine Wilson bandwagon, if you will. Yeah, man. So is there anything else you wanna say, like you wanna close it with? I don't have I have all the questions that I wanted to ask you, right? If there's anything else you wanna talk about, just let the coaches know, let everybody know, anyone who's watching, let them
Yeah.
know who you are, what you're about, whatever it is you want to talk about, let them know.
I would say if there's one thing I want to say, I would just say I'm Jermaine Wilson Jr. Come check out Pinecrest, Sloan Canyon. We got a lot of dogs out here. Go Pirates.
That's what's up, man. Because I also broke down the tape for the wide receiver. Cannot remember his
Brandon,
name. What's his name?
Brandon Quaglio. Or was it
Yes,
Brandon?
yes, yes. I
Yeah.
broke down his tape as well. I see he's doing big things too. Top five. He also got top five receiver out there. So you guys are all doing big things at every position. So it's great to see that it's not just one player, it's the whole team.
Oh yeah. Also like to shout out Brandon. Yeah,
Yeah,
that him
man.
too.
Shout out to him. Yeah, I was just, I did his breakdown.
Yeah.
He's a
Yeah, that's
good,
my brother right there.
yeah,
Yeah,
he's
he's a
a he's a
good.
good wideout.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. But hey, man, thank you for sitting down with me today. I know this is your first interview, but it won't be your last. I
Yes,
promise you
sir.
that, because there is gonna be great things moving forward for you, for your football career. So I hope to see the entire process moving forward starting tomorrow, since you have a game tomorrow already.
Yes, sir.
And man, thank you for sitting down with me today.
I really appreciate you for the opportunity.
If you guys like this kind of content, make sure you subscribe to the channel. I do film breakdowns at least 3 times a week. And also make sure you follow me on Twitch, because that's where I do all of my breakdowns live. Thanks for watching this video, and until next time, peace.